Do you know the famous twins? Not them, them. Javier and Sergio, twin brothers, both chefs. After college they go their separate ways to learn as much as they could, believing that combined knowledge would be amplified. One stays in Spain and the other to the UK. Eventually they would reunite in Barcelona, join forces and take the Spanish culinary landscape by storm. In 2018 they opened a restaurant, and by 2022 they have all 3 Michelin stars. Nice story, isn't it? But does their restaurant live up to their incredible story? Today we will visit Cocina Hermanos Torres. We are in Barcelona, in the laid-back neighborhood of Les Corts. In this area, we can find the home of FC Barcelona, where the greats like Ronaldinho, Neymar and Lionel Messi all played. This neighborhood is also home to our restaurant for today. From the outside, you would never guess that this is a 3 Michelin star restaurant. It actually used to be a warehouse and a former tire center. What kind of tires did they sell? I shouldn't have to tell you. You guessed it, Michelin. The Michelin Guide was first written in 1900 to give car owners a reason to travel off the beaten path. Together with other tire makers, brothers Edouard and André Michelin published a guide for French motorists. Nearly 35,000 copies of this first free edition of the guide were distributed. It included maps, tire repair and replacement instructions, listing for car mechanics, hotels and petrol stations, and restaurants throughout France. It has since grown to be what many call the Bible of fine dining, with a series of guides covering 45 countries. After selling tires and getting 3 stars, this place seems blessed by all things Michelin. Inside, the kitchen dominates the huge 800 square meter space. It feels like the movie set of a culinary colosseum. In the center is where all the action happens, home of the culinary warriors, armed with the razor-sharp knives, and their only armor is an apron. Around it, the lucky spectators can enjoy the show. At the table we find a beautiful contrast in the design, with comfortable chairs, elegant table settings and white tablecloths really that warm up the atmosphere. We see more duality in the servers. Their formal blue suits are paired with bright red high-top sneakers. Hopefully it's a metaphor for the experience with classical service and a touch of playfulness. I love the concept. The shoes were made by Barcelona sportswear company Munich, who created the exclusive shoes to celebrate the Hermanos Torres' 3rd Michelin star. The color is picked up in the flowers and the menu. I like the concept. I start noticing things in twos. On the base plate, the menu, and with the flowers. Cocina Hermanos Torres means Torres Brothers Kitchen in Spanish. And no surprise, there are 2 of them, and they are twins. Our server shows the wine pairings. There are 2 options. One for 190 and the other is 350 euro. We also check out the wine list. It's extensive with some heavy hitters, including a 1986 Group Clos de Meunier for 6,500 euro. It's tempting, but I choose the 2nd-tier wine pairing instead. Our welcome drink is prepared fresh at the table. It's a refreshing blend of celery juice and cherry wine that has a kick to it. Not far behind is our amuse-bouche. I love the little serving table, and the bite has gorgeous textures. Pepper and smoked anchovy bonbon, crispy steak tartare, and a sandwich with tomato and Iberian ham. Our first wine is a Chardonnay from Argentina. It's a 2022 Zuccardi Botanico. Our first course makes me feel a sense of harmony just looking at it. It's a fine dining version of surf and turf. Warm squid tartare with imperial beluga caviar in a cold chicken broth. Each ingredient has its own place in this dish, and it's wonderful together. The cold chicken broth is the most surprising, because creating something so special from such a simple ingredient is very difficult. I like this elegant and modern vertical plating, which allowed me to taste all the flavors in one spoonful. Homemade bread from white wheat and rye, and olive oil from Catalonia. This is traditional Catalonian rustic bread with thick crust and a dense spongy crumb. The sommelier, called Azahara, is full of energy. It's refreshing to see servers without pretense, just being their authentic selves. She's friendly and charming, and seems to be having just as much fun as we are. This is my kind of service. For our next wine, she takes us to the northwest of Spain. It's a 2022 Godello from producer Rafael Palacios. This wine is young and really crisp. Our second course is Galician crab, a seaweed cracker and a broth made with the essence of king prawn and herbs. The whole thing is beautiful, like a modern painting. Nice textures with a complex mix of flavors. Sweet and briny, umami and herbal. Not as concentrated as I hoped, but still very good. A new sommelier arrives. She's Maria from Russia. Our relationship started off reserved, but it quickly opened up like a fine wine. Soon we have her laughing and joking around as well. She pours our third wine. It's a Sauvignon from the Jura region of France. It's smoky and buttery. We see a more beautiful presentation in our third course. It's white asparagus from Navarra with mussels, saffron and tarragon. Asparagus is in season and it is perfect, and the saffron gives us a touch of exotic flavor. It's an outstanding dish and I really enjoy the geometry. I like the visual presentation of the dishes. It's a seasonal dish and a lot of thought and work went into this. The pace is strong and overall this meal has been fantastic so far. Azahara is back and admits she just found out from another table that I had a fine dining YouTube channel. It doesn't change her behavior one bit, because you can't upgrade the maximum. Look at her behavior before and after she found out. No change at all. That's what a true professional is like. They always give their best. That's what perfectionism is. She gives us a smile and tells us it should get us to 10 million subscribers. I love it. Speaking of subscribing, if you haven't done so yet, go for it. Hit that button if you haven't already, and we will do our best to give you more smiles like this one. Next to the table is one of Spain's most famous ingredients, Maresma green peas. They are a highly prized variety of green peas from the Maresma region in Catalonia. It's also known as the green pearl. They have a short growing season from March to May, so we are in luck. They share the plate with tapioca pearls, fried bread and Iberian ham sauce. Here, the rich salty ham sauce enhances the fresh, sweet flavor of the peas. The tapioca prolongs the flavors. I love the simplicity here. Bread, ham and peas. We told the server that we really enjoyed this dish, and they asked if we would like another one. It reminds me of 2010, when I took my mother to Verona to see Turandot, and the tenor sang Nessun Dormo twice. Our next wine is from the Campania wine region in southern Italy. It's a 2021 Fiordura from producer Marisa Cuomo. It's their top wine with an average critic score of 95 out of 100. It has a gentle creaminess, but with a lively acidity. We're halfway through the savory dishes. Next is roasted and grilled eel with pickled kohlrabi and citrus essence. I wasn't crazy about the presentation or the taste of this one. Our next wine is another Italian selection. This time from Sicily, from a AAA producer, Arianna Occhipinti. It's their highly rated 2021 Frappato. It's paired with traditional cod stew, spicy chorizo gnocchi and cured lemon. I expected chunks of cod, but I was surprised to see them use codfish tripe. Using tripe in a 3 Michelin star restaurant, I really enjoy this interesting choice. It's a jelly-like ingredient with a distinctive texture. It came with a fine emulsion and the chip on the top was excellent. The next wine is a 2017 Valbuena from producer Vega Sicilia, widely regarded as the greatest wine producer in Spain. This one is a Tempranillo. The taste of wood suits it well. It was chosen specially for our first main course. Suckling pig with tamarind and plum. This dish was not on our menu, but they wanted us to try it. At this moment, I didn't know how grateful I would soon be. This is one of the most delicious pork dishes of my life. There is no question about it. The crispy skin, the gorgeous texture of the pork, and the rich flavor of the jus. Amazing. In the fine dining world, pork is not often used for main courses. You often see pigeon or lamb dishes, but rarely pork. Another Catalonian wine is next. It's a 2004 Gratayops. This one comes from Priorat, a small wine region that shot to fame in the past few decades, thanks to its intense, full-bodied red wines. It's paired with our final savory course: cured lamb with zucchini and a sauce of mint and black garlic emulsions. The lamb is cured for 1 month and it's absolutely perfect. The last poor dish set the bar so high that unfortunately the lamb fell short, even if it was also a wonderful dish. Savory course is done, now it's time for dessert. The patisserie has its own space in the restaurant, which looks out onto the main room and covers 100% of the sweet, bread, chocolate and dessert service. Our first is a foam made with yogurt, green tea matcha and citrus, with a shisho leaf on top. Very fresh, clean and delicious. Azara pours us a sweet wine from Spain, a 2014 Castel d'Ancus Mayan made with Semillon grapes. It's fresh, complex and beautiful to continue with. Next, we meet one half of the dynamic duo, Javier Torres. He and his twin brother Sergio were inspired by their grandmother Catalina, who was a chef at the homes of Barcelona's wealthy. They joined forces in 2002 and invented a piece of cooking technology in partnership with the Polytechnic University of Valencia. It's called the GastroVac. Sergio worked with Alain Ducasse in Paris before joining his brother to open the Dos Cielos restaurant at the Melia Barcelona Sky Hotel. Here, they made a name for themselves as a duo and earned a Michelin star. The twins went on to release several books, their own TV show, cook for a cruise line, and create a menu for an airline. To this day, they are one of only 4 restaurants in Barcelona with 3 stars, and the only one to receive the Michelin Green Star for operating a zero-waste kitchen, something both chefs are passionate about. Our next dessert is strawberries, white vinegar and elderflower. It's strawberry season here, and these are as fresh as they come. The elderflowers are wild and are picked by staff around Barcelona. This is a simple dish designed to bring back childhood memories. A quick tour of the wine cellar, and then it's time for our last wine. At 21.5%, it's more of a liquor, but it's balanced by high levels of sugar. It's a dessert by itself. Our next dessert is called the Cocoa Age. It's made with the pulp of the cocoa, and inside is white chocolate ice cream. Next, we go behind the scenes with a tour. The brothers also have a YouTube channel with a dedicated place to film. Finally, we are shown to a secret place next door. It's a place to enjoy a fine cigar and relax with a drink. It's back to the main building with our last dessert. Orange blossom made with the peel of the orange. The petit fours bid us farewell. Here we have yuzu marshmallow, lemon and poppy mini cake, dark chocolate dragée, passion fruit profiterole and black sesame ice pearl. And that concludes a wonderful meal at Cocina Hermanos Torres. Our total for today is 940 euros for 2. What can I say about Cocina Hermanos Torres? This is one restaurant experience with a happy ending. It was a huge surprise from the moment I walked in the door. The layout and atmosphere are unique. The kitchen is beautiful, you don't see something like this every day. The staff are industry experts who delivered a masterclass on truly great service. And last but not least, the menu was brilliant. The Torres twins are a dynamic duo who creatively tackle traditional Spanish cuisine and shape it in their own character, proving that 2 heads actually are better than 1. I already have my next reservation, and I cannot wait. And that does it for this episode. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, hit subscribe. See you next time.